Hey y'all, welcome to a new video. This is going to be for my health girlies who have maybe made progress or they just feel so stuck. They made progress before, but they can't crack that next level of leanness. They can't get to that physique that they want. This is for you because I know my health girlies, you're eating healthy, you're working out, you're doing all the things, but you can't lose that last bit of belly fat. You can't tone your legs like you want. You can't tone your arms. You still have that last little bit of fat on there. So this is for you because you can be doing all the right things, but if you're not doing them in the right ratios, you will not see progress. Eating healthy is for eating healthy. Eating healthy doesn't mean that you are going to be lean and toned and have the ab definition and look how you want to look. It just means that you are going to be healthy inside, which is so great. But if your goal is to not be average and to actually look lean and toned, and I know you guys, I know the girls who are watching this, you want more for yourself and you know that you can have it. You're good in your finances, you're good with your health and with your relationships and even with your faith, you're good with God, but for some reason, you still can't look lean and toned like you want. So this is for you. Hey y'all, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Like I said before, eating healthy is not going to get you the body that you think it is. It is where you need to start, but if you actually want to get into the 1% of people who are lean, have visible abs, are toned, you can't just eat healthy and expect it to happen. I'm going to be showing you exactly why healthy foods alone will not change your body, the difference between size and shape, and what in your diet and nutrition controls each. And then I'm also going to be showing you the hidden math that most women are missing and don't truly understand. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do about it so you can get to the body that you want and transform. I already made this clear. Healthy food does not equal lean body. This is a lie that keeps so many women stuck. If I just eat clean, my body will change. That is wrong. Healthy is not the same as lean. Healthy is how your body works. That's going to be your energy, your digestion, your gut health, your hormones, your immune system, all of that. Your stress, cortisol, all of it. And then being lean, that's going to be your body composition, the way your body looks, your muscle definition, the body fat percentage, your shape, what muscles you have, where. So there are two levers that control the way your body is built: calories and macros. Calories are going to control your weight, and then macros are going to control your shape. So calories control your size and your weight, which at the end of the day, none of us really care about weight that much. The only reason why we care about weight is because we think when we get to a certain weight, we'll look a certain way. So what we actually want to focus on is our macros, which control your shape. And once you take care of the macros, guys, the calories take care of themselves. For example, different body composition, but the scale is still the same. That's why you can be skinny fat is a thing, because you can be somewhat at a lower weight, but your body fat is still high. So on the left, we got a girl. She got a little more body fat. On the right, a little bit less. Same body fat percentage. Guys, meet healthy Hannah. This girl, she's 28 years old, 5'6", 140 pounds. She is healthy. She lives consistently. She eats pretty clean, but she is stuck in her body, and she has been for years, and she wants to get lean and defined, but she's just struggling. She doesn't know what to do. This is what a normal day for Hannah. And mind you guys, there is nothing wrong with this. I'm just showing you guys. This is a normal day. So first, she has her oat milk latte plus a protein bar. Then for a little midday snack, breakfast, Greek yogurt, berries, granola, almond butter. For lunch, she has a big salad, lots of veggies. She has some chicken, which is great. Next, she has apples and a handful of almonds. And for dinner, she has salmon, sweet potato, and then some greens in olive oil. Now, let's break this down, guys. Hannah ends up being way over on her fats, which is causing her calories to be so high. And she's not getting that much protein. Like her protein bar, only 14 grams of protein. Lunch, she had a decent amount of protein, which we freaking love to see. But see how they're just all inconsistent. And then For lunch, she has 32 grams of protein. So this ends up being around 90 grams of protein or something like that. These are her totals. 2,100 calories, 98 grams of protein, 169 grams of carbs. And what I really want to focus on for you guys, 124 grams of fat. If you are trying to lose body fat and get to that next level, you can't be going over on fats like this. More than half of her calories are coming from fats. And fats are so calorically dense, it doesn't make it seem like you're eating a lot. So they're a bit sneaky in that way. But I also want to tell you guys, fat is not bad. You just need them in the right ratios if you're trying to transform your body. So, like I said before, she has too much fat. Fats are twice as dense as protein and carbs. They also have a really low thermic effect, which we'll get into later. And they're just not optimal, especially saturated fats, guys. They're not optimal if you're trying to transform your body. She also doesn't have enough protein. She's trying to get that toned look, and toned look comes from having enough muscle and having less fat. So too little protein, and then also too little carbs. Carbs are going to make your muscles look filled up and just bigger and more toned. So carbs are important as well. Protein, that's her biggest issue at the moment. Proteins and fats. Once she gets those dialed in, Hannah will be able to see a difference, guys, I swear. Healthy Hannah, she's not going to be healthy Hannah, she's going to be lean Hannah after this. So we're going to talk about muscle protein synthesis. We want to be hitting 30 grams per meal because this is going to be optimal for muscle protein synthesis. So it's going to be easier for your body to keep muscle and to build muscle, which we want if we're trying to get that lean and toned look. For Hannah, we can see that muscle protein synthesis at 30 grams per meal, it plateaus a bit. So that's the optimal range. If you go higher than that and have too much protein at one meal, that doesn't help. If you go too low, that's not good either. And then for Hannah, she hit 98 grams of protein, but only one of her meals hit that 30-gram mark. If we really want to build muscle, keep muscle, we have to be hitting that 25, 30-gram mark. Staying around that mark is going to be great for us. With Hannah, she hit an okay amount of protein, 98 grams of protein. So if she broke it up into 30, 30, 30, that would have been way better than her doing 5, 14, 32, and whatnot. Also with protein has the highest thermic effect of food. It's protein has the highest, then carbs, then fats. So that's why it's important to have high protein and high carbs. High protein, 20 to 30% of your calories are going to be used in digesting your food. That's why it's important. When you choose to eat high protein, it helps so much with first satiating, but also just burning more calories throughout the day. So you can eat more food and burn more calories. Who doesn't want to do that? And then fat basically has almost zero thermic effect. So that's also why we don't want to have so much fat. High protein diet literally burns more calories, guys. So that's important. So guys, what would actually work for Hannah? We want to have higher protein. That's one of the main things. The issues, not enough protein and too much fat for Hannah. So we're going to start the day with high protein, high carb. This is going to be good for just energy throughout the day and getting our metabolism going. So you can see now she has 156 grams of protein, 206 grams of carbs, 42 grams of fat. Honestly, with her, we could do a little bit higher fat and a little bit lower carbs, but you guys get the idea. This is going to help so much with muscle protein synthesis and burning fat, which are the two things you need if you want that lean and toned look. Like I said, calories are going to control your size. It's going to control the scale. It's going to control weight. And if you want to actually look lean and have that shape that you want, macros are going to be so important for your body composition to what you see in the mirror. We track both. When you track macros, you automatically track calories. You can't have macros without calories. But understanding them and understanding how they affect your body is so important if you actually want to get lean and toned. This is why I tell my girls, if you never tracked before, just tracking can make it so clear to you how you're eating, if you're getting enough protein, and how to actually change your body through macros. How do you actually have to eat and what that looks like for you? You are able to figure that out when you track. And I also want to say that this isn't a forever thing. First, tracking macros allows you to be dialed, be intentional, and actually understand your plate and what it should look like. And once you get to a spot where when you're not just trying to lose fat and you aren't really trying to build muscle, you're more like a maintaining phase, you don't have to be as dialed. You're still eating similar, but you don't need to track unless you want to. Some people really like tracking, but it's not a forever thing. I just want to make that clear. People are like, I just don't want to track. It's too much work. It helps you so much, especially if you've been stuck. If you've been stuck and you haven't tried tracking, why do we keep doing the same stuff that doesn't work? Try tracking, and then if you're like, this isn't meant for me, it isn't. But I can tell you, once you start doing it, you will see progress like you never have before. So these are 3 things that you can do right now. Track a normal day of eating. See how much protein you're getting. See how much carbs and fats you're eating. I guarantee you are eating way more fats than you need. And also, after tracking, hit that 30 grams of protein at every meal. Try to do that. And if you literally change nothing else, do this and you will see a transformation. And also, like I said, the fats are we just overeat them way too much. They are so important to be metabolically healthy and so important for your hormones, but we don't need as much as we think. So olive oil, avocado, nut butters, you think, oh, those are healthy, so I'm going to add them to every meal. They are healthy, but they are also very calorically dense and they don't help you improve your body composition. You do need them. So I would say not to go lower than 20% of your daily calories. And honestly, it might be a bit higher if you are in a lower deficit, but 20% is a good amount. And especially you don't. Guys, I'm telling you guys, saturated fats. You can have fats, but try to limit the saturated fats. It's going to be like cheese. If you are eating a lot of red meats, that's what has saturated fats in them. Or in butter too. I'm not saying to not eat saturated fats, but to watch them. And I can make a whole nother video about that. So let me know if you would like to see that, because I can make another video about that and go into depth about the macro fat, because it is so, I feel like, misunderstood. But what should my ratios be? Guys, if you really want to understand your ratios, what you should do to get to that next level and what that looks like for you, DM me Lean on Instagram, or you can click the link in my bio below this video and we can have a talk about what that would look like for you. And remember, guys, eating clean keeps you healthy, but eating the right way, eating the macros that work for your body to get it to a lower body fat percentage is what is going to make you lean. If you enjoyed this video, guys, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.